Right on top of the laptop.
Consistently good, not just fancy stuff.
You get it. So how many people? I'm gonna bring my drink up here. I'm not gonna lie. How many people have been in Cincy 3 months?
At least 3 months?
At least 3 months. 6 months? 12 months? 18 months? 24 months? 30 months? Okay, so we got some peeps in here. Okay. The reason that I asked this question is because if you've been in Cincy longer than 1 season, you start to feel like maybe my business is slowing down. And there's some things that I need to do to be consistent in my business. And so consistency, we're going to talk about today, is the name of the game. Party! We're going to party a little bit, okay? So talk about consistency. I know that when I first started, you know, Tricia told you a little bit about my history that I had a $2,000 basket party. She could not have paid me to be in a direct sales company. Could not have paid me. I did one before this. I worked very, very, very hard at it for a year. Spent a lot of money trying to make it work, and it was very unsuccessful. So she could not have paid me to be in another direct sales. I don't know how you got me to do that. So, right, and so anyway, after my first season, you know, I did really well. You know, I mean, even 1 month without doing a fundraiser, I sold close to $5,000 by myself. Didn't have a team. So I could sell, okay, but when it came to being consistent and building a team, I had not a clue how to do that, okay? So we're going to talk about not only having parties, but also being consistent in maintaining your team as well. So, consistency. This is by Aristotle. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but it's a habit. So what you need to remember is this is your business. Somebody else can run it for you. You need to be consistent in what you do in your business. If any of you work outside the home, you know that you get up every morning, you get ready, and you go to that job. How many people work outside the home here? What happens if you don't do that?
Fire.
You do not get paid. I promise you that. You don't show, you don't get paid. Okay? Same thing when you're running your business at home. Okay? You have to be consistent in what you do at home. Okay? Even, I know, it's like, the way I think about it is when you, how many people in here went to college? Okay. So when you got out of high school and they gave you your first to go to class or in college, you thought, this is awesome. Nobody takes a roll or a attendance. I can show whatever I want to. Great. Did you pass? Probably not if you didn't show up or take the test or do the papers or whatever. Same thing with running your own business at home. You're accountable for yourself only. Okay? Nobody else is accountable for you. You can definitely call your upline, and they can be your rah-rah cheerleader and help you out. You know, when I first started, I would call Tricia and say, today, I'm going to call 2 people, and every time I had a party that I booked, I would call her. I booked a party. I'm so excited, you know, and I was working my business. And she was, yeah, you're awesome, you're doing great, you know. I didn't realize what I was doing was being consistent because I was loving what I did. It's just like being at a regular job. So you're going to have to get up in the morning, put on a pot of coffee. This is what I did. Get up in the morning, put on a pot of coffee, sit down at my computer, and I have a list that I've made out either that morning or the night before of what I'm going to do, okay? Sometimes your job, like a nurse, I don't have to do that. It's already pre-planned what I'm going to do. That's why this was a little bit challenging for me whenever I started. To be successful, there's 4 key points that we want to talk about today. Booking home parties or basket parties, staying in contact with customers and past hostesses, recruiting, and training. How many of y'all do all these things on a consistent basis?
Can I lie?
Okay? If you're not, then you're not working your business. Okay? You can't do one and not do all of them. Does that make sense? You can't just book parties and not train about doing parties because you're going to be lame and you're going to be old. Out with the old, in with the new. There's things that are always going to be changing. That's the great thing about Cincy is that it's constantly changing. It's not static. So if you're running your business and you're still working off of, you know, how you did parties 3 years ago, people were like, then they're done that, got that t-shirt. I'm not going to book a party with you. So you definitely need to be training. How many people in here want to do this as a hobby? I didn't think so. Okay. How many people want to do this as a business? That's what I thought. So we got to recruit. We've got to definitely recruit. I could party. Could not recruit. I mean, I tell Teresa, to grow these teams. I mean, I just can't do it. She's like, you gotta get out there and you gotta talk to some people. You gotta recruit them. You gotta make them want to be on your team because you're excited. Okay, think about when you first started. Are you excited about your business?
Yes.
Okay.
She smiles.
She's like, yes! Okay, you remember that excitement when you first started your business? You could not wait to talk to anybody about your business. Same thing when you're trying to recruit. If I walked up to you and said, sell this product, it's pretty good, what party are you going to join my team? You'd be like, lame, she's so lame, okay? But if I said, I have this awesome business, you know, I'm excited about it, even though I've been doing Cincy 3 years, just had my anniversary, a little touch. You know, even though I've been doing this 3 years, you don't know how long I've been doing this. You probably don't know either. You don't even, nobody in this room knows unless I tell you, okay? So I want to be just like her, okay? Even though I've been doing this 3 years, I want to look at her and be just like her. Because I remember being there. Clueless is awesome. Clueless is awesome. Okay? And then you want to stay in contact with your hostesses and past customers because I can tell you consistency if you're not having parties, and I will speak honest because we are all Cincy sisters in here. There's been times when I've gone months and I haven't had a party. You know how I've sustained my business is through my customers. They have bought online. I have contacted them through email, text, phone call, and I've hit my $500 minimum because of my relationship that I have with my past customers and hostesses. You know, I mean, this is not a perfect world, guys. People don't always want to book parties because they have a life too. I mean, just like we've got a life, they've got a life too. But you know what? 9 times out of 10, they want to help you out because you've been such an awesome party host for them or a customer. You've treated them awesome, and they're going to help you out. Okay? All right. Steps to consistency. Consistency means working your business even in the slow times. So we all know that the slow times are the J months, correct? Right. Cincy has a built-in system for the J months. Does anybody know what January's is?
Double hostess rewards.
And?
Bring back my heart.
Okay, great. So that's 2. So you can work your business by contacting your hostesses or contacting your customers, letting them know. I know that, I think Deborah talked about, you know, I have personal customers that love, what's the one that's going away? Tingelo. They love Tingelo. And I know this because I have an index card, or I actually have a spiral of my customers that order from me frequently, and their favorite scent, what they order almost every time. Because, I mean, honestly, how many of y'all have repeat customers in here? Okay, do you not go and click on there and see what they order? Absolutely. Absolutely. So when I see that they've ordered something, I write it down by their name, okay? Because I've got probably about 25 customers that order from me on a regular basis. Usually every month or every couple of months, okay? And, you know, how many of y'all send out cards? Okay, cards, 99 cents. You can get 10 of them at the dollar store. It says thank you on it. I just send out a little personalized, like Deborah was saying, which I'm going to do. Just learned that today. You see, been in 3 years still learning stuff. I'm going to sit down when I have some spare time and make out some thank you cards and then just insert their name and my name. And then I put a little scent sample in there during the winter time, and during the summertime I put a scent circle in there. Scent circle, yeah. You know, I still want to call it. Sorry, I have to check myself every time on that. So anyway, definitely that's something that you want to do. Parties don't have time. Who has a busy schedule? Because I don't. Right?
That's how you can drink coffee in the morning.
That's right. I drink coffee, yeah. So throw yourself yourself an open house. How many ever had an open house in here? How many want to have an open house? Some of y'all are like, you're really bad. It's okay, we can raise our hands if you're high. Yeah. Throwing an open house is awesome. Even if nobody shows up, you know what you did? You did a practice run. You did a practice run, okay? So next time, we're going to do it again. We're going to repeat it. That's right. We're going to do a repeat. So even if you didn't have anybody show up at your first one, that was a dry run. We didn't know that's a dry run. What am I going to do different next time? So you can make a list of things to do different for next time. You know, things that maybe you didn't do that were, you know, that could have been more productive. Maybe send out invitations or, you know.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah. Personal invitations or snail mail invitations. That'd be email. You know, show up.
Be there.
Be there or be square. Yeah, you know, so that might be something. If you never throw yourself an open house, that's something to definitely do. Are y'all sleepy? Are y'all after lunch? Just seeing if y'all are awake yet. Okay, so how many of y'all have ever done a list of 100? You should have done it when you started. I got an awesome idea from this very small superstar director in Oklahoma named Allison Dalkey. Have you ever heard of her? She's like humongous, okay?
Her group is humongous.
Yeah,
She's very tiny.
she got a little belly.
She does have a belly.
Yeah, but that's all. She's humongous. Her team is humongous. But anyway, she what she does is she takes her list of 100, the sheet that you get, and you can also get it off the resource tab, and she puts it in one of those 3-ring
Binders?
no.
The protector.
Sheet protectors. I couldn't think of the name. And what she does is on that sheet, just use like a dry erase marker, and so she'll use that and write her list of 100. And then when somebody, you know, she either contacts them, they book a party, or they become a recruit, she marks that off and writes a different person's name in that place.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You can laminate it too.
You can laminate it. You know.